Whether you're a brand new agent or maybe you've been in the industry for a while, you're a team leader, a broker, owner, there's oftentimes that we get capped and we just get stuck in our business and we don't know how to move forward. So today I'm going to share with you the 10 key lessons that I've learned in being in the business almost 13 years now and going from a broke agent to building a multi-million-dollar business. And so I'm going to share with you the key lessons that I believe every real estate agent should focus on. Hi, my name is Mike Mruwat. I'm with eXp Realty, where I've coached and trained thousands of real estate agents all over the globe, and I'm going to share with you the key lessons because I don't want you to have the same challenges that I've done in the past, and so I'm going to be fully transparent and go ahead and try to avoid some of the mistakes that I've made and other top producers have made in growing their businesses as well. So number one is it's going to be focus on your own mindset. You know, a lot of times in real estate, we're looking for the secret sauce, the secret pill of growing your business. You know, how do you have some real estate agents who are selling a couple homes a year while other real estate agents are selling hundreds and thousands of homes? And then really the key is their own personal development. It all starts here. It starts in your mindset first. So before doing anything, I would invest in yourself first, invest in your mindset. If I have any secret sauce to really building a large business, it's focusing on your own mindset and self-accountability first. Number two is those foundational skills. So just as if you were going to build a new construction house, you can't have a solid and sustainable home if you don't have the right foundation. And that's no different in your real estate business. It doesn't matter if you've been in the real estate industry 5, 10, or 15 or more years. There's even top producers out there that have forgotten some of the foundational skills that we learned very early on. And so in order to continue to grow and duplicate your business, you're going to have to go back to the basics. So sometimes we have to take a step backward in order to leap forward. And that's going to go back to some of those foundational skills, you know, hitting the phones, having a CRM, door knocking, things like that in order to keep pushing your business forward. And then number three, this is a big one, is building your own personal brand. A lot of times in the real estate business where, you know, you may be affiliated with a brokerage and you forget about your own personal brand. And that's incredibly important, something that can have longevity in your business, because the reality is the general consumer, buyers and sellers alike, typically don't even know what real estate brokerage you're with. They know you and they work with you because they like, know, and trust you as an agent. So it's very important to go ahead and build your own personal brand. And that's going to really sit around your ideal client, which is going to lead me to number 4, which is knowing your client avatar. So no, I'm not talking about, you know, little Sims avatars or anything like that, but knowing who your ideal client is. Are you just kind of throwing darts at the wall and hoping that something sticks? Or do you know exactly what type of client that you're looking for? And then once you know that, you can start designing all of your marketing and branding after targeting that ideal client. What also that's going to allow you to do is no longer be in competition with the thousands of agents that are in your market. Now you know exactly what you're looking for. And it's really no different is, you know, if you've ever gone to the dealership and bought a new car, maybe you drive off the dealership and you're so excited because you think you're the only one on the road with that exact car, and then all of a sudden you're you know, psychologically you're starting to see the same car everywhere. And so that's no different in your business. When you know your ideal client, you have your client avatar, then you are going to start seeing them, identifying it, and you can start focusing your branding and marketing designed around that client avatar. If you don't know how to identify who your client avatar is, definitely drop a comment below, because we have a worksheet that can take you through that process to identify your ideal client and your client avatar. And then number 5 is create duplicatable systems. I learned this a long time ago. If it doesn't duplicate, it doesn't exist. And so as you start to leverage, which is going to be number 6, you want to have systems and processes that are duplicatable. And the reality is a lot of us as real estate agents, we're in the business, we're entrepreneurs, we're the CEO of our own business, but we forget that, you know, we're trying to build a business instead of building a business that's really contingent upon our own efforts. And in order to start leveraging, you're going to have systems and processes in place in order to duplicate. And that's how you're going to ultimately buy your time back, which leads me into number 6, which is leverage. Leverage, you know, as I've mentioned in previous videos, we all have the same 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Some of us just leverage better than others, and that's the only way that you can buy your time back. And so how you start to do that is with knowing your hourly worth, and you can kind of divide that from your income, how many hours that you've worked, and then know what your hourly worth is. And so, for example, if it's $100 an hour and you're working on $10 an hour task, or maybe you hire a transaction coordinator, somebody that can work the file and you just pass off the paperwork. Maybe paperwork is something that you absolutely dread, so you need to delegate some of those admin tasks. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because that's how you can buy your time back, allowing you to start focusing on those high leverage activities, your income producing activities that are ultimately going to allow you to build a more sustainable business. And then number 7, this is a really big one, is know your sources of business. There are no lack of ways to generate business. Actually, I think we have a list of 101 ways to lead generate. There's no lack of ways. I mean, if you can't go to somebody that's, doesn't know someone that's looking to buy or sell or invest in a home, right? The fact of the matter is, shelter is one of the 3 necessities that we need in life. And so, we're not out there selling life insurance or anything like that. We're selling homes. We're selling something that could potentially be the largest investment of people's lives. And the reality is, we need to know where our sources of business are coming from. Instead of focusing on 100 different things and getting distracted, I always recommend having 3 or 4 lead generation buckets. And the way you can do that is look at your past business. Where has your business come from in the past? And that now focus on those sources of business to continue to increase them. Also, another thing that you can do is really start combining your personal and professional life. For example, if you're a parent, for me, I was always involved in my kids' schools and their therapies and doctor's appointments and, homeroom mom and things like that. But that also allowed me to build my business, because I also made sure that I was wearing my personal brand, whether it be a shirt, hat, what have you. And I was letting everybody know that I was a real estate agent. So I just really mixed in my personal and professional life. And so that way it's kind of a 2-for-1. And it's just frankly who you are, and that's how you build your business. Number 8 is what gets measured gets managed. It's really important to know your numbers, because especially in the correction that we're having now, it's going to be really difficult to make any changes to your business if you don't know your numbers, you don't know your contacts made and conversion rates and things like that. So knowing your numbers is going to allow you to be a lot more agile in making adjustments on the fly, which is honestly what some of the best entrepreneurs do. So again, what gets measured gets managed. You can't make a business plan off of something that's not measurable. Number 9 is your number 1 skill as an entrepreneur, as a real estate agent, is focusing on your own communication. And so a lot of times we're focusing on the how-to, which, is really a small percentage of the actual business. A lot of the business, I believe, is your mindset, your confidence, and more importantly, also your energy. I could be the smartest person in the room, but if I had a bad energy and a bad vibe and bad communication skills, my guess is I'm not going to really have those networking skills or get in front of more potential clients. So the reality is, it's very important to focus on your mindset and also your communication, and look at how you hold yourself. How do you network? What's kind of the vibe and the energy that is bouncing off of you? And then look at other top producers in your market, not to compare by any means, but learn at the things that they're doing. How do they walk into the room? How do they demand a room? What is the energy that's coming off of them? And look at things that you can learn. So sometimes it just takes us taking a step back, looking in the mirror, and then trying to duplicate, not reinvent the wheel, duplicate what other people have done before us. And then last but not least, number 10 is be self-accountable. There's nobody in this business that should want you to succeed more than you. So stop blaming external, circumstances. Stop blaming the market. Some of the most successful entrepreneurs that I know built their business during a downturn, during a correction, during a recession. So it's all in how you look at it. It goes back to one of the bold laws of what you focus on expands. If you focus on the negativity, that's what you're going to continue to get. But you can focus on the positive and making those skill sets that you need, improving your mindset, improving your communication skills, and really being self-accountable, because the reality is nobody's going to want you to build your business more than yourself. So the only person you should be in competition with is yourself. You just have to look in the mirror. So again, I hope you enjoy this content. Go ahead and like and subscribe, because we're dropping new content every single week to help you continue to grow your business. Thanks for watching.